Hi, I'm State Representative Dawnna Dukes. Disproportionality in our foster care system is a pervasive problem. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, 15% of all U.S. children are African American, and yet within the foster care system, 45% of the children are African American. Based on our own state's 2004 data, 12% of Texas children were African American, and yet within the foster care system, 29% of the children were African American. In Texas, just last year, 15,920 kids were removed from their homes, of which 4,201, or 26%, were African American. An entire demographic of children has been alienated and marginalized. They are the innocent victims of an outdated system. Over the past several years, I have been committed to solving the racial disparity in our foster care system, improving our overall child protective system, and through increased funding and reforming the structure. In 2005, we were successful in passing Senate Bill 6, which included language that laid the foundation to tackle the problem of the disproportionality of African Americans in the foster care system. The bill requires the Department of Family and Protective Services to provide cultural competency training to all service delivery staff, target recruitment efforts to ensure diversity among department staff, and develop collaborative community partnerships to provide cultural competent services to children and families of every race and ethnicity. Senate Bill 6 also required Department of Family and Protective Services to analyze child welfare data, examine removal rates, and other enforcement actions to determine whether disproportionality exists in the system. It also mandated that the analysis look for specific factors such as poverty and family structure. The study found that African American children spend more time in foster care, are less likely to be reunited with their families, and wait longer for adoption than other ethnic groups. The report also found that African American families are less likely than Anglo families to receive aid that can help prevent the removal of a child from the home. Unsurprisingly, the analysis also found the issue of poverty to be a contributing factor. In fact, 60% of the removals of children came from families with an annual income of $10,000 or less. But even when the analysis was controlled for both poverty and family structure, disproportionality remained for African American children and families. In my role as a member of the House Appropriations Committee, I have been responsible for the budget of the Department of Family and Protective Services in both 2005 and again in 2007. I've worked diligently to secure funding to implement Senate Bill 6 and to reform child protective services. In the state of Texas, we appropriate over $1 billion per year for child protective services, and we're finally moving in the right direction. Over the past 2 budget cycles, we've been able to provide an additional $450 million to implement system changes, to improve investigations, to keep families together, reduce the length of time children remain in foster care, and to improve the quality and accountability of the Child Protective Services system. CPS is altering their processes to become more family-focused, paying better attention to the family dynamic, involving the family in group decision-making, and maintaining family units. The Department of Family and Protective Services and the Health and Human Services Commission have issued a remediation plan full of innovative solutions. The state has hired disproportionality specialists to monitor the problem. We're engaging the community in outreach programs. We have created regional disproportionality boards such as the Austin Disproportionality Advisory Board. We are increasing cultural awareness and training of CPS staff. Data is being used throughout the process to guide programs and practices. Tackling the problem from the bottom up, we are working to reunite children with their families or next of kin and provide financial assistance to families in need. We are making significant progress in protecting our children, but we can do better. By becoming involved, With the Austin Disproportionality Advisory Board efforts to engage in a community dialogue and to find solutions for our community, we can close the disproportionality of African Americans in the foster care system and strengthen our families and neighborhoods. Change will not occur overnight, but together we can make a positive difference for deserving families in our community. On behalf of the state of Texas, I want to thank you for joining the effort to eradicate disproportionality.